Welcome back. Family Life Academy Charter Schools is a network of K-12 public charter schools serving over 1,800 students. They empower their students to excel academically, take ownership of their learning, and uphold human values from kindergarten through college and beyond. Joining us now is the principal of Family Life Academy Charter School, Rachel Cotto-Nuñez. Rachel, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Now, can you share with our viewers the mission of Family Life Academy Charter Schools and how it guides the work that you do?
Well, Family Life Academy Charter Schools, in partnership with the Latino Pastoral Action Center, they are our community partner. We believe in what you've already said, empowering children regardless of where they come from, what language they speak, what their cultural background is, or their socioeconomic position. We believe in them having ownership of their own learning and affirming human values like kindness, respect, empathy, and love.
Now, as you mentioned, it was founded in 2001 by the Latino Pastoral Action Center.
Yes.
Could you tell us more about the founding and the vision behind the establishment?
Yeah, so the Latino Pastoral Action Center is the child of Bishop Reverend Raymond Rivera, who worked in that community and continues to work in that community as an activist. And there was a cry in the community for better schools, particularly for children of immigrant families and children who spoke a language other than English. And because of that outcry and the bishop's vision, the charter was written for Family Life Academy Charter Schools.
Now, I'm also going to call it FLAX, just for short, but what sets FLAX apart from other schools? And could you highlight some of the unique programs, offerings, and educational philosophies that distinguishes FLAX?
Sure. So I think the biggest thing that sets us apart is that we're community grown and community led. A lot of our staff are from the communities that we serve, and the leaders are from the communities that we serve or were. I, for one, was born and raised in Mott Haven, so I am a Bronx native, and it was very important for me in particular to have the children have people in front of them who look like them, sound like them, speak the same language, eat the same foods, so that they had someone to connect to. When I first became a teacher, my mother told me, if you're going to become a teacher, go where the children can see themselves in you. And FLAX has that. We have diverse staff, diverse children, but our families connect to us because we are community grown and community led.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about the students? Because I feel that the students make a school. So, can you tell us a little bit more about the students enrolled? And, what grade levels does the school serve?
Yeah, so our schools run K through 12. We have 3 elementary campuses, 1 middle school, 1 high school. My school in particular, Flex 3, which is located in Mott Haven, serves a large population of West African children, as well as African American children, and our smallest population are Hispanic children.
Now, I think it's so amazing that there's so much diversity, and you mentioned a little bit like go where the kids can see themselves. Can you talk about, we talk about the importance of representation in movies, in books, but also in real life and in our schools. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that and, what that means to you?
Yeah, so it's important, having been born in Mott Haven and raised here. I took a class in Hunter College many years ago where a professor actually said nothing good ever came out of Mott Haven. And that really impacted me because I was born and raised here. We have Al Pacino who came out of here, Kerry Washington, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, Director Gary Marshall, so many wonderful people and artists, musicians, authors who've come out of here, out of Mott Haven, and continue to come out of here. So we want to empower our children to be like them and be like us. If they see that we are school leaders or we are teachers, they can aspire to be that and a lot more. Our expectations are very high because it doesn't matter that we're located in the poorest congressional district. That doesn't matter. It's not despite that, it's regardless of that. Our children can succeed no matter where they're from.
Now, beyond academic achievements, in what ways do you observe FLAX students succeeding both inside and outside of the classroom?
So I think it's part of our social emotional learning that we instill in our children, having that empathy, that love, that respect for others, doesn't matter where you're from. And our name says it all. We're Family Life Academy, right? So we are a family. Your children are our children. Your kids are safe with us because we're going to ensure their success. But the other thing that I think really sets us apart is that our children are being prepared in the elementary school, for the middle school, for the high school, and for college. What better way than to guarantee your child's success in their educational career than to keep them with us in kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, and then have guaranteed seats for 6th through 8 and 9th through 12.
And I want to expand on that. We've heard that Flex will be opening a new high school in the fall. Can you share some insights into the process of establishing this new campus and what it will offer to students?
So it goes in line with when we founded in 2001, where there was a community outcry for better schools. And our families are always saying, well, we have them with you for elementary, but what about middle school? What about high school? We've even had parents ask about college. So they want us to expand because they want to keep their children with us.
And I think it's also really important for high school because I think for a lot of New Yorkers, especially in the Bronx, when you go to high school, it's like every time you mention any high school, it's always met with, ooh, that's a bad school. You know, like people have these ideas of Bronx high schools. So I think it's so amazing that we're kind of putting out new high schools so that kids aren't met with this like this reaction like, oh, you're going to that school. You know, it kind of gives something a little bit positive. So I think that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Now, is there any specific thing that you would like to add about Flex or the broader Flex network that we haven't covered yet?
Well, our network is small. We have 5 campuses. I can speak about Flex 3 in particular. We are the smallest of the 5 campuses. We're a small school, a small network, but we have a big heart. Like I mentioned before, your children are our children. We call them scholars, students, but when they come in through our doors, we say, hi, sweetie, hi, honey. They are our children, and we really believe in that. We want to love on them and inspire them to become something great in the future.
And then speaking of the future, what do you hope to see? Flex is expanding, and from 2001, although that was a long time ago, it's not that far. You know, it's a pretty new school system. You know, what do you hope to see for the future of Flex?
Well, we've stayed in the Bronx, but I would love for us to expand elsewhere so that we can continue the work that we're doing in other boroughs and maybe even upstate. Who knows?
That's amazing. And can you tell us a little bit more about how, you know, just Flex continues to develop or how it contributes to the development of the Bronx?
So our founder is a community activist, and that's instilled in all of our schools. In our curriculum in particular, I'll pick social studies, for instance. Our children work on solving real world problems. So they learn about social studies and the history, but how they can help their community while they're learning about history.
That's amazing. And I just love to hear about, I've noticed that there are more schools popping up around the Bronx. And I think it's so amazing because as I mentioned previously, a lot of Bronx schools get a bad reputation, especially when we get to the higher education, which is why I think it's so interesting and so unique that it's going from K through 12. Can you tell us a little bit, you know, your idea or your thoughts on the fact that it goes from K through 12?
It's the best way to ensure academic success. It's the best way to ensure that your children are getting an equal opportunity than other districts, same opportunities as other states, other boroughs. Keep them with us. We're going to love on them from K through 12. And not only that, we have alumni that come back. In my particular school, we have a teaching assistant who was a graduate of the flagship school of Family Life Academy 1, and we're in 3, and she came back because she wanted to give back to the people that helped her become who she is.
That's amazing. I love to hear that. I want to thank you so much for joining us and sharing a little bit of your community with us here at BronxNet.
Thank you so much for having us.
For more information, you can visit their website at flaxnyc.com and follow them on social media at flaxnyc. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Open right after this.